I'm just really struggling. I'm really struggling. Like, I spent, like, last night just going like this. Like, 20 minutes.
Hello, my friends, and welcome back to another Ask an Older Man review. I came across this video on the No Jumper site, and they took it from TikTok because we know that TikTok is the female psychological dumping ground. That's where women go to let out all their garbage, tell all their secrets, tell all their problems, try to manipulate men psychologically. It's unbelievable. It's a great site for content like mine because we get to understand female nature. Like we say here in the red pill space, make a woman talk long enough, she'll tell you who she is. For those of you that have not subscribed to my channel yet and just watching, come on guys, do it. Subscribe. I'm dropping nuggets every single day. It's here for you. And for those of you guys that just need some help trying to understand yourselves, trying to understand life, trying to understand relationship, I'm here. I'm here to help you. Ask me some questions, man. If you want to interact with me on a more personal level, get me on Instagram, where you can send me voice messages and I can respond to you by voice message. But if you want to talk to me on a more deeper level, if you need some deep help, then of course, I got to charge you a little fee. Listen, you guys, you got to understand time is money as well. So if you want to book a half an hour or an hour with me, just log on to askanolderman.com and book a consultation. And more importantly, because this is where most of the problems come in with men. They are having problem communicating with women. What can I say? This is the reality of life. I want you to imagine a scenario because this happens a lot. You finally get a date on one of these so-called dating sites and you get the opportunity to meet a woman on one of the cheapest dates ever, a coffee date. The only thing cheaper than that is a walk in the park, right? Where you make your own sandwiches. But you're on a coffee date and you guys try to have a conversation and you bumble it up. Hello, how are you? You know, you have your general questions. Then all of a sudden you have nothing else to say. You're lost, okay? Or you just say dumb shit. You just mess it up because you have no communication skills. You thought the date went well, but then you got ghosted. You got ghosted. You try finding her. She's not communicating. You don't know what the hell happened. You don't know what you did wrong. Well, log into askanolderman.com and find the Male Communication Clinic. This is where you can book a half an hour, where you can book a chat with one of our five females up there, beautiful women who will have a chat with you as if you were on a date. Now listen, this is not a sex site. They are going to communicate with you and you're going to use one of 25 opening questions that I'm giving to you free. You can practice there. And in the last 10 minutes of your discussion, then she can tell you where you went wrong. Huh? You don't get that on a date. Women don't tell you what you did wrong. They just ghost you. You're finished. You're out. Then you're left going, oh man, how did I mess that up? But here, you practice with one of these ladies, do a couple of sessions with different girls from different parts of the world, and you get to understand women. So by the time you hit the real dating market, you're sharp, ready to go. That's the service I'm offering you guys. Too many guys are out there messing up. You've been off the dating market for a while, divorce, haven't dated, don't know how to talk to women. This is what I'm talking about. Okay, that's enough public service announcements. Let's get into the video that we got to critique today. So this one is about a woman who's crying on TikTok and she says that, and so this one is about a woman who claims that she's not getting touch and she misses getting touch and it's driving her crazy. You know what? Listen to the video. I won't talk during the video. I will give you my feedback at the end and then I'll read a few comments on what people put up there, just so that you guys can get a full round context of what this is about. All right, let's listen in.
Like need to be like touched. And I know someone's gonna say like, okay, go to the salon and get your hair done, or get a massage, or get your nails done, right? So someone can hold your hand. None of those people love me. None of those services love me, right? But I'm really struggling. I'm really struggling with like, I don't get hugs. That shit is, it could be like maybe a hello, whatever, maybe. But it's not enough. I don't know how. I don't know how you. How am I gonna go? Like need to be like touched, and I know someone's gonna say like, okay, go to the salon and get your hair done, or
listen, I gotta admit, it was a bit heartbreaking watching that. But here's the thing. Men have to go through this every single day. Your average man does not get touch. He do not get affection. That is the reality of how men have to live. I hope that women finally understand men's nature. This is what we got to put up with as men.
But the majority of men are good men. Ooh, it's a very small percentage of men that are sleeping with all the women. Like it's a very, like if you want a guy that's over 6 foot, that's 15% of men. You want him to be cute, cut that in half. You want him to make money, cut that in half. It's a very small percentage of men that are sleeping with all the girls. Like every girl has a guy in their friend zone that would treat them well, right, and they know would treat them well, and they know likes them. And it's like, we don't pick them. And then we're going to cry because the guy we picked is bad to us. But you could have picked the guy in the friend zone.
Women just don't understand that the average man don't get as much affection as they think that they do get. Because all they see is the top 20% of men. The 80% of men, very, very little emotional or physical interaction with women. That's the reality of a man's world. Some, even when they're married, think about that shit. But let's go to the root of the issue. All of you, each and every single one of us, are social creatures. Human beings are primates. We are social creatures. Now, I don't. Let's get out of this idea that, oh, we didn't come from monkeys, blah, blah, blah. I'm not saying that. We're mammals. We drink milk from a mother. But either way, you guys have to understand that most animals operate within a social structure. And within that social structure, there's a lot of affection, grooming, hugging, touching each other, okay? And as human beings, we have started to isolate ourselves from the opposite sex at such a large degree now. Depression is at its all-time high. And this is happening with males and females. Hookup culture has just given us, different people to hook up with. But affection is going out the door. We need to bring that back. But there's too much division between the sexes. This is the problem. We're the only species that are dividing each other. And I mentioned this in a previous video. And I blame feminism for this, by the way. There's nothing else that has put this whole thing in play. Feminism have caused this. And before you go anywhere, I keep saying this in every single video because I feel like I need to exonerate myself. I am an original feminist. With 5 sisters, I was the one pushing for equal opportunities for women. Not superior opportunities, equal. The issue that this lady has in this video is not being affectionately held. You know that there are actually businesses that does this right now? Imagine paying someone to come around and hug you, hold you.
But not be friends. Actually, this isn't a friendship. This is a cuddle session and it's a service. My name is Saskia Larson and I'm a professional cuddlist on Cuddlist.com. Cuddling is not a mainstream service yet. I think it's perfectly reasonable that people would wonder, I wonder if that's a cover for prostitution.
When you go to sleep, when you're watching TV, they're cuddling services, not sex services, just to have someone to hold you. Yeah, but gentlemen, she's crying over something that we have a hard time getting. If she wanted someone, all she has to do is to go down on her standards and realize that she's hitting way above her belt and give a man on her level an opportunity to be with her. So I don't feel sorry for her. I really don't. Because a woman can go out on the street any day and say, hey, look at me, you want some? I can almost guarantee you right now that she has guys in her friend zone that would happily be with her. But she won't give him a chance because feminism have told her that, girl, you keep your standards, you don't settle. And she's lonely because she's fallen into this I'm not going to settle crap. And because a few guys above her levels she's not going to settle for a guy on a relationship because she wants the guy that pound it to now give her a relationship. And that guy isn't doing that. Why should he? He's above her level. So this is the problem. Part of who we are as a species is to be intimate. There's something amazingly powerful about a hug. It happens from the time we were kids. There are hundreds of studies that have been done on babies who were never cuddled or hugged by their parents, who went through serious psychological problems as kids and never even recover when they were adults. So it's important for you guys to understand how important intimacy is. And I don't mean hitting it, just getting in and out. I'm talking about intimacy. So when you all start talking about, oh, I'm going to be single, I'm going to stay on my own, I don't give a shit, I'm just going to hit something and move on. That is not who we are as a species, my friend. We are biologically hardwired to be able to connect with another human being of the opposite sex. If we're heterosexual. If we're homosexual, we need it from the same sex. That's the reality of the world we live in. This woman is finding the hard way that if she don't lower her standards and find a man on her level, she'll be lonely. But I'm glad TikTok is there so that we can see some of the damage that has been done by this whole movement where women are complaining, women are crying. You got to see the videos on when women hit the wall. She's still young. She's out of shape. She's fat. Yeah, I said it. She needs to lose some bloody weight. To get a man at the standard that she wants, all she needs to do is lose some weight. She's not a bad looking woman, but she's fat. The guy that she wants, he don't want a fat woman. But of course, society have told her, oh, you know, girl, they need to accept you for who you are. We live in a clown world, I swear to God. All right, let's read some of these comments. Vaughn's E30 says, does she not realize that most men deal with this? There we go. 4K Kowata said the same thing. Welcome to what men experience for a lifetime. Deal with it. Oh, that's harsh. But that has 9,575 likes right now. That's how many people agree with that. I'm sure that's 9,000 men that agree with it. Fourth Shooter says, so, do women want to be touched or not? I'm effing confused. This is the problem. Men are confused about what women want. They want to be touched, want to be left alone. That's why you never listen to women and what they want. It never goes well. Because logic goes out of the window, emotion comes in. Tommy Savo says, you can't give out or receive something you don't have yourself. She need to realize her self-worth and love herself more internally. Love is magnetic. Desperation isn't a lack of love, it's a cry for help. Most people won't want to date someone that can't emotionally depend on themselves. You need to strengthen your fortress and build foundation. Love will follow. This is about young man. Young man, you're talking crap. Basically, what I'm reading from what he said is you got to harden yourself and become more. No, she's doing what women do. She's emoting. She's being emotional about her feelings. She's letting it out. There's nothing wrong with that. She's showing her vulnerability and she's holding on to that. That's fine. I'm just going to go back to my original point. She needs to get a man on her level and have to be happy with that man. That is the secret. Let me know if I'm wrong. Backed up by 1 OZ to God or ounce, I don't know what that is. 100% guarantee it's some dude in her inbox that has been trying to get with her for 10 years and she's ignoring him because she isn't attracted to him.
Like this. I think that that's really hard. I'm just really struggling. I'm really struggling. Like I spent like last night just going like this. Like 20 minutes.
Another one, 6 lakh stars. Welcome to a man's world, lady. Now roll up. Vintage Trend says, this is a man. I don't care what the comments say. I feel for her. Shorty crying and going viral for being this vulnerable. She's clearly on the verge of maybe exiting this world. Doesn't take much to have empathy and compassion. Yes, absolutely. But she also have to take some accountability for where she is in this current state of mind. She needs some guidance from an older man, because these older women are going to tell her the same shit. You don't compromise for your worth, girl. And because other women keep women single, especially single women. She need a good, strong, married auntie to basically sit her down and say, girl, get your shit together. Go find a guy down the street that's been after you for the last 4 or 5 years. Give him a chance and love him. That's what a good auntie will say to her. But an intimate touch is essential for us and for our survival and mental state. All right, I won't drag this out, but you got to go out there, and I'm talking to the ladies right now. Ladies, you all are gonna feel this much deeper than men. A man can go in the woods and stay on his own. A woman can't, all right? A man can go on the street and stay on his own. A woman can't. So all I'm saying to you is, ladies, lower your standard, find a man on your level, just deal with the fact that this is your man now, and love him and get and receive his love and be satisfied with life. This idea that you guys still want to keep pushing and pushing for this fantasy man, you guys been lied to. Do whatever it takes to be happy with the guy on your level. Anyway, I'll finish there. Subscribe, let me know what you guys think, and of course I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, cheers.